Welcome to ASCENT. Today we have a message from your person. I'm a little confused by the energy that I feel, so I'm going to bless and shuffle, and I want to pull stones today to find out what the energy is. I'm curious, is there anything you said about, to someone else about your divine counterpart? Is there anything that could make this a negative? I have to assume in our tribe that it's not going to be a negative energy, but I'm curious. I'd like to think it's positive, but again, it's just a weird vibe I feel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's get stones. I really don't think I can go forward with this reading without understanding what we're doing here. So, what did you hear, Divine Masculine? Telling it like I see it. Okay. All right. This is purple. Royal. Ooh. Healing. This is like Hierophant energy. What do you believe about your person? What do you believe about them that, I mean, the simplest, easiest thing is maybe you believe they can't change. They won't change. Okay, what about these beliefs? What's going on here? The fruit. What about it? Who ate the fruit? This doesn't feel like, this is supposed to be a check mark, but this feels almost, this is so strange. It feels like a stock. You know how the stocks just up and down? It feels like, yeah, up and down. What is this? Hold on, one more stone for this. What is the fruit about? Gold. I mean, this is alchemy, right? Spiritual alchemy. The fruit of the seed planted, but also the fruit of your labor, the fruit of your works. Look at this. It all comes together, and it's this kind of up and down. So there was a low point where your stock in your divine masculine, or how I guess how you regarded the stock. I don't know. There's a phrase, right? I'm sorry. As you can probably hear, it's the end of the day for me. This is why I can't really do readings at the end of the day anymore, because after a day like today where I had a lot of calls and a lot of sessions, I lose my voice completely. That's why I try to get the readings done early. That way, if a message comes like now, I don't have this problem. So hopefully you can hear me. I'm a little shocked. Maybe this is not a message for everyone. Maybe this is for those of you who, like, I saw a couple people in the chat were like, "Oh no, I know exactly what I said." Okay, let's get deeper. Okay, so in taking stock of the situation, you saw the fruit. It appeared your divine masculine had bore this through the seeds that they had planted. They reap what they sowed. And you found that it was fool's gold in a way. I wonder if this is the past, though. Like, is this recent? Well, I think from some of you, what you're saying in the chat, it's recent. So I don't know. Okay. Okay, so divine masculine, why, if you heard what was said, what is it that you think you need to do right now? What is this? The honeycomb. Sweet. Trinity, divinity, love. This is the sweetest thing I've ever known. This is nuts. This is the lovers. And this triangle, you guys have seen me point to the triangle in the lovers. This sweetness. This is what was missing. And it was misunderstood. But it all depends on where you place your values. You've been making some decisions lately based on this, which I mean, personally, if I'm looking at this, I'm gonna be real with you, DFs. I would say do it because, again, this is coming from me, not this is taking this part out, taking the sweetness out. You know how they say you catch more flies with honey? Taking the sweetness out. This says you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to follow divine, since divine masculine doesn't seem to be bearing fruit. But what I'm trying to figure out is how a conversation with divine, that's, okay, I'm getting it. I am getting it. The purple fruit. That is the tale of the divine feminine in the devil card versus the card, the lover's energy, where we have the apple or the pomegranate with the snake. Divine feminine, and again, this is not a, this is, I'm just asking generally, do you, think about it for yourself. Are you in the best position to be able to make good decisions for yourself right now? And again, you don't have to admit that. I don't want you to have to feel like you have to admit that to us, okay? So if you're not comfortable talking about it in the chat, it's okay. I know there are some of you who you're here to be a light and you're able to be, like, you're confident in that now. And then there's some of you who are still working through it or just will never find that in the chat. But I do want you to seriously consider that. Because what I see here is my mind automatically went to the lovers, right? I was like, wow, look, it's the lovers card. And then it's the triangle, the connection between the angel, aka divine DM, DF, and that, consistent cord of many strands, not broken kind of thing they've got. But that energy is also in the devil card. Okay? It's the same thing there. And there's something that says, for me, even coming from the divine feminine space, from the I'm your coach, I'm supposed to be helping you on your journey, helping you with your ascension. I'm going to tell you to do what seems right, but I didn't see the devil in the details either. And I'm wondering if this is something even I'm going to have to think back on whenever we get this message that says the sweetness was missing. Now, the interesting thing about this is I'm getting a weird message here because I thought this, okay, I get a message and sometimes I feel like the divine masculines are asking me to deliver something in a really direct, almost masculine way that a lot of divine feminines are going to be like, how dare you? All the things they probably want to say to their DM, they're going to say in my comments, and I get a little nervous. So I kind of felt like with what was being said and the way it was coming through and the vibe, I was surprised even when I was led to grab this deck of all decks. But now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, wait a minute. Maybe this is, again, coming through where we think, if this isn't a message of love or reunion, or you're not telling me you're coming in and that you're making a decision, it's not to say I don't want to hear from you, but like, what are you really saying? And by getting into that defensive stance, we end up missing what they're trying to do. And right now, this says they're trying to remind us of ourselves. That's like the opposite of what I thought this was going to be. They're trying to remind us of our sweetness. It's almost like we're seeing, you know how in the movies sometimes there'll be a divine, like a doppelganger, and so you'll have your divine masculine and your divine masculine, and they'll both pretend and they'll be like, I'm really the one. No, I'm really the one. And you're like, oh, how do I choose? And you have to ask this really specific question. And what do you normally do? You normally ask something like, only the person who was there in that deep, special moment could share that you could ask them and they would know. And there's something about this that says you are being duped as you're making a choice right now. And they literally came in where I was supposed to be asleep hours ago and couldn't stop shaking this energy to say, hey, please, 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 please remember who you are. Divine masculine, am I getting this right? Okay, I got it. Divine masculine, what's the final message going to be? I'm going to leave this as I want to know what this is. What's our final message going to be? What is it that you are trying to say today? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The power of the tongue, ladies and gentlemen, the power of the tongue. And over time, how like the sands of time, like water against the side of, the earth, wearing it down slowly but surely through erosion. This is a trick, and it's going to kill our relationship dynamic. Don't lose your sweetness. Don't allow the bitterness. I just heard something really random. Hold on, let me try to make sense of it. I just heard that it's a lie that there are certain locations on our tongue where there are taste receptors. And we're only allowing ourselves to taste with one part of our tongue. What does that say? Almost like we're in a defensive mode and we're only speaking one way right now. And it's the way we think we're supposed to. Again, there's something going. Oh man. Okay. All right, guys. Again, I don't like messages like this only because I feel like I get, shot as the messenger, if you will. I don't like messages like this. It makes me uncomfortable. But I'm obviously not going to ignore it because I can't. I need 4 cards. I need to understand this more directly so I know what to say here when these come. Whoa. Too many, so I'll take you and one more, please. Okay, let's put those. Well, what's this? Aw. Believe it or not, I care about you. First things first, before we dive into the message, believe it or not, I care about you. Believe it or not. Why would you not believe it? I mean, I guess that's a silly question for me to ask. I know what you guys go through, so that's... But again, if you believe they're your person... Again, that's why I don't feel... Is this message really for everybody? I guess it depends on if you resonate with you were saying something about them that maybe wasn't... I'm not going to say positive, but just... Maybe you didn't realize that you had developed this script. Ooh, that's deep. That's deep. Oh, that's deep. Oh, that's... Oh my gosh, you guys. Hold on. Don't lose that. So, Mr. Lightwork... I said something to him and I was explaining how someone who is blessed and protected could still have dark thoughts. And the way that it happens is just like you have people in your life that put scripts into your head. And even though they're not there years later, you might still say them to yourself. You might not even notice that you've picked that up from the bully or from your parents or from your siblings or whoever did that to you. You might not even have realized that was what was going on. And then years later you go, oh my gosh, I've been beating myself up with these things that they've said. Well, in the same way, as a spiritual being, as someone who is enlightened, as an awakened divine feminine, however you see yourself, there are still scripts, and you may have healed. And you may not be, actively ruminating on these things or, actively believing them, and you may even have rebuked, right? I rebuke you in the name of Yeshua, you are out of here. And you're like, okay, I'm good. Those spirits are not allowed in my house. Then how is it that I still have these kinds of thoughts from time to time? Because they are scripts. They're built into your neural pathways. I mean, I'm not even going to get into the biology, the neurological, just even spiritually speaking, it's something that we can understand if we take a minute to think about it. So you may not have been directly horribly awful or aggressive or nasty or speaking down on them or whatever, but perhaps there's something, some script you have that it might not even be about them. What if it's not even about them? What if it's some script from social society or I don't even know. But you might be thinking something, saying something that is wearing you down every day. Again, if this resonates, maybe raise a hand if you don't feel comfortable saying what it is, because The first step is admitting that you have the problem to allow yourself to integrate what it is, because sometimes you can heal a problem like that once you've admitted it's there. Let's get the message. I need 4 cards, please. What is it? There's one. This is not what I was expecting. Okay. Okay. So, comparison is the thief of joy. Nobody could ever take your place. And as we go into this message, it's one of the most important things you need to know. I'm ready to leave and bring you to balance, to bring balance and justice. And remember, justice holds the scales and the sword. This is talking about taking action to bring balance and asking you to hold off on making any more comparisons, especially to anyone you think is in their life. So, okay, there are some things that you do not believe or struggle to believe could be healed in your person sometimes. And again, this might be a good point for anybody before we go any further. If you want to treat this like a pick a card where you take the whole reading in, but you use whatever comes through, maybe you look up the number or whatever resonates, right? So 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, you can choose now. But what is it that you are not really sure about with them that they need you to understand has already healed and is beyond where you think they are? It's just I get the sense that this is where the frustration comes in. This is the thing that says, hey, we need to talk. Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart just sank into my stomach. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't start. Don't start. Oh, man. Well, I am trying. I am trying so hard. And I've been trying. I think that this is saying I'm not even mad that you can't see how far I've come. I'm just offended that you still think I'm that far back. Oh, man. You don't even think I am trying. The things that I do to show you that I'm trying, it's like you don't even notice. Oh, man. My heart just, oh my gosh, all the way into my stomach. So, what is it they want you to know? Look at the moon. Look at this. There is nothing that can keep me from you. I have no control over this attraction to you. And to know that even if I didn't want to, I mean, I don't even have a choice here. But you can't see it. Sometimes I wonder if I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm really the only one in this. Oh, yeah. That I don't. Oh, yeah. Why would they say that? Because they don't doubt you. Oh, that makes me sick to my belly. My belly is my belly. Y'all, I just got a whole like wet splash of water over myself. Just because. So here's the thing. Wow, I don't like this message. I don't like this message. I am drawn to you. I'm attracted to you. But since I move the way I move, I look like I don't care and I've thrown it all to the side. You love me, want to be with me, do all this stuff to keep close to me, and still go back and forth. So which one of us is really... That's not fair, divine masculine, but you're also right. So I'm gonna just move on. That's not fair at all. You can't put people through what you put people through and then try to like get us on a technicality. But maybe that's the point of like getting you to actually think about where they're coming from, because they're frustrated because they know they really don't have a lot of room to talk right now. But the thing is, let me just be real with you, grace to friends, all my friends and sisters and brothers out there, guys. When are they ever going to have a leg to stand on if we are always basing it on some sort of like weighted scale of who's done better and who owes who? Because we don't want to say that's what we're doing, but in reality, that's what's happening. Now, the truth is, their intention is to come in right off into the sunset. I want to see OOLRIDER. Okay, I don't know if you knew what that was, but if you did, you're welcome. Okay, their intention is to come in and bring this balance, but until that day comes, you're always going to be in an imbalance, and meaning that they just have to sit back and be quiet. Either they can't talk at all, or they feel like this, like almost like they're so, I feel like this is exasperation. This is frustration. This is hurt. This is almost like we're different. We're different, but we're the same. So again, so which one of us is really off? And it's like, oh my gosh, this is so complicated. I'm trying. I'm drawn to you uncontrollably. The attraction that I share to you has made me want to heal and change and step into who I'm really supposed to be, and do whatever it takes to fight off anything blocking my divine inspiration so that I could just be worthy of standing next to you. You know what I've been through. You know what I deal with all the time. And yet you also know I have this heart for you, like for no one else. And you know that. You know what? No matter what's happened between us, you know that. I know you know that. Are you really going to keep telling yourself that I haven't changed? Are you really going to keep telling yourself it's even possible for me to not have made some effort? You really don't notice? Divine Feminine, right now, write 3 things that you've noticed in your Divine Masculine that have changed. 3 things. And you know what's funny? You probably think I'm saying that for like the whole chat participation thing, and it's like, no, I'm dead serious. Can you name 3 things right now? Because if they're trying and they think you haven't, and you go, well, I know you're changing, I can tell that's not what's happening here, but you can't name 3 things, then they're right. You haven't even integrated and processed their change. I'm so torn right now. I feel like I'm torn between my 2 best friends who are in a fight. And it's like, you're both right and you're both wrong. And this is so complicated, you know? Ugh, okay. I'm a marriage counselor. I can do this. So you're upset because you see that your stock continues to fall in your Divine Feminine, or the way your Divine Feminine sees you, okay? There's something about the fruit here. The fruit of your harvest, your labor, the seeds you planted. Maybe it's the choice that you know what you're doing is wrong and you're doing it anyways. Again, the question is, Divine Feminine, what have you said in your lowest points that you haven't been able to forget? The things you can't unsay. Let's see. Okay, what are you feeling? Oh, I'm feeling secrets. I'm feeling that you're going to try to hold this back even from yourself. But the thing is that this is all that really matters, isn't it? Isn't this what's supposed to matter the most? Because I get the feeling that sometimes we send these messages to our person and we say, just come as you are. But then we also say, but don't come as you are. Come better than you were before. And I think it's confusing because for them, it's like, well, I have changed. But if you think I haven't, and I come in and I have, and you try me and I'm sensitive right now, and it's you that does that to me, I'm going to be so offended, I'll just leave. I don't want that. I think that some of them are afraid to talk to you. And you know what? I know that most of the people in my tribe, if your DM is afraid to talk to you, it's probably like more like shame, embarrassment. But I know some of you who are new to the tribe and you're angry as hell. You are so mad. And it's okay. I get it. I get why you're mad. I also need you to understand that being angry with them and not healing that because you think that them coming back and apologizing is going to change that. No, you've got poison in you and it's festering. I think they can feel that. I think they can feel what's festering. Can I make a suggestion, guys? As a coach, sorry, if you don't like coaching, plug your ears for 20 seconds and say na 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 la 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 na 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 over and over, okay? Go. You guys, you might need to write your person a letter. Don't send it. Please listen to me. Complete whole exercise. Ready? Piece of paper, write him a letter. Here's my secrets. This is what's really going on. I'll never tell Grace. I'll never tell the chat. I'll never tell anybody in the whole wide world. And I will be deleting this or throwing it away when it's over. But let me just tell you the truth. I'm terrified you're not going to change. I'm so scared that you are only getting worse. I'm afraid that from what I've seen or from what I haven't seen, I think I'm going to be alone forever or that I'm going to have to let go of you. And I don't want that. Whatever. Write it down. Every single possible fear. Write them a letter. And ask yourself, how is it possible for me to have all of this fear inside me and honestly believe that my person is not going to know? How do I really believe that they're not going to be able to sense it, either whether we have such a strong connection from afar or the moment I get around them and I'm awkward when I don't want to be? And then I get emotional because why am I being awkward? Oh my gosh, I thought I was going to be able to handle this and now I can't. And oh. You know exactly what I'm saying, and you can be difficult if you want to. But even those of you who are the most nonchalant, chill people know what it's like to have that burden of emotion well up inside you at the wrong moment. This shows in the way you treat them. You know that, right? This shows in the way that you talk to them. They can read between the lines, and some of you, it's not what you say to them. It's the things you say by the passive aggressive or, the little side comments or when you get mad and you get snarky and you don't really go direct, but you kind of you go for a little blood. You know it shows, right? They know you love them and you know they love you. But the way you see them is getting worse and worse. And you just have to ask yourself, am I contributing to that by leaning into it? Or am I trying to avoid the truth of the scripts in my head? If I read that activity, right, of looking at all the things that my person makes me feel by not being here, by increasing my insecurities and confusing me and stringing me along, whatever I feel that they've been doing or they have actually been doing. If I look at this list, how do I see myself walking through my journey and believing they're coming home with this stuff eroding my confidence, my faith, making my path harder to see? Is there a way for me to shift my thoughts, or is there a way for me to work on these feelings elsewhere? As I read this statement that I've written about my person and what I'm afraid of, do I notice that my fears are tied to my other issues? Maybe I don't have the most stability right now, and I'm really depending on them to come in so I can be more stable. And I'm realizing that that's a lot of pressure to put on them because they're not that stable either. Something like that. There are things that we may not realize are not their burden or are unfair for us to have put on them, not really for them, but for us because of what it's doing to us inside. And I feel very strongly they feel they're trying so hard to get themselves into a place where they feel like they could deserve you and honor you with a respect towards themselves and others and all that. But as they get closer and closer and they start to connect more with your energy, it feels like there's some things that they were not expecting. So what's the sweetness that is missing here? What is it? What is the devil in the details? There's the decision energy. There's a lot happening here. And again, I start to feel as we get to the end, it's lightening up because they're feeling better. They're getting it off their chest. So hopefully this I'm like nervous. Oh, the truth is I have plans for us already. Period. I have plans for us. And I know that my behavior in the past probably didn't look like that. Wow, is that really true? We have 350 people in here, but there's less than 100 likes? That's wrong, right? Is that wrong? Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm sorry my voice sounds like this. I hope you think it's so sexy. Hey. Anyways, I have plans for us. And the plans that I have involve your sweetness. Oh, man. And a part of the sweetness, a part of the reason why I am so in love and just, is this part of you. Divine Feminine, what is your sweetness? And non-physical sweetness. What is your sweetness to you? What is it? Either that you know is a blessing because your Divine Masculine has addressed it, or is your sweetness because it's something that's like your blessing that you've always been aware of. I'm going to tell you right now, mine is literally that I'm a sweet person. Like my grandma used to say that about me, and Mr. Lightwork used to say it when we first were messing around, but we weren't really together. And he would compliment me in a non-sexual way, and I was like, why are you trying to be like my man or something? It was really weird. He just thought I was the sweetest thing, and I thought I was being a B word back then. If I'm being real with y'all, if I'm being honest, I really did think, because he stressed me out so much and I was going through so much, he still thought I was sweet. So can you imagine me suddenly, like, I won't say turning on him like you guys have turned on them, whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine him kind of coming out and coming back, and all of a sudden I'm cold or bitter towards him, or maybe it's not even none of that. Maybe it's not negative, but the sweetness isn't there. I think that this is the problem. I've got plans for us, and the plan involves your sweetness, whatever your thing is. And the things that I heard you saying do not reflect your sweetness. Ooh, okay. Now I will tell you the truth. Before, I was like, this is messed up. The Divine Feminine Collective gets enough crap. They say it all the time, right? They do. But I gotta admit, that actually makes a lot of sense based on some of the things I've heard people say. And you know what I mean? That does make sense. Hey, I have plans that involve specific things about you that are, to me, your greatest qualities. To me, are the things that separate you from everyone else I've ever known. So if you say things or do things that indicate that you've lost the sweetness that allows you to see past my facade, the one you knew was there that no one else still even knows is there, then how is our future? Am I crazy? Again, this is weird because it's like they feel like they're the only one in the dynamic. And I'm wondering if it's because so many of us have checked out. I say that us because I'm with y'all, but don't worry, me and Mr. Lightwork are good. Okay, cool. So many of us have checked out. So many of us are making choices and decisions to go whatever way divine would have for us. Again, boom, it's literally right here. It's literally right here. Not knowing that there's a chance we're being duped. That's nuts. That is nuts. Okay, so what's the plan? How many of you picked card 3? I'm like a little nervous now. I keep getting nervous. Okay. What is this? What's the sweetness? What's the plan? Oh, I hear it clearly. I hear it clearly. I gotta look it up. I hear it so clear. It's not even funny. I can't, and you know what is funny? I can't sing it right now because if I try, my voice will go. So I'm just gonna have to look up the lyrics, okay? All right. You guys ready for the lyrics? You have my heart and will never be worlds apart. maybe in magazines, but you'll still be my star, because in the dark, you can't see shiny cars. And that's when you need me there. With you, I'll always share, because when the sun shines, we'll shine together. I'm about to freaking cry. Oh my gosh. Woo! Mm. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. Took an oath, I'ma stick it out to the end. Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we'll still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. These fancy things will never come in between. You're part of my entity. Ooh, here for infinity. When the world, oh my God, this is the second time this has happened, you guys. When the world has took its part, when the world has dealt its cards, if the hand is hard, together we'll mend your heart. You can run into my arms. It's okay. Don't be alarmed. Come into me. There's no distance in between our love. Let the rain pour. I'll be all you need and more. Divine Feminine, I remember the moments where I did not feel like I wanted to offer that to him anymore. I remember times where I did not want to offer that to Mr. Lightwork anymore, because I felt like I had been opening my umbrella anywhere he was, indoors, outdoors. And though I didn't believe in the bad luck, that I had just given myself a lifetime of it. Like, I don't know. I felt like I was such a fool. And I felt like all I did was shine and radiate light and love into his life. And I knew it. I knew it. I mean, later in the relationship, sure, I think that like there was normal nagging and all this stuff like that happens when you get together and you have to work through things. And I think there was like the normal things I'm sure I annoyed him with doing as a feminine entity. But in the beginning, I was nothing but perfection. I laid down everything for him and I couldn't do it anymore. So when I say to you that I get where you're at, I get it. But I also have to ask you, if you are ever at a point where you don't feel that way, why would you ever watch another twin flame reading? I'm not saying not watching tarot, but why? And that's the truth you have to remind yourself of. Yeah, sure, there is tarot addiction. That's real. And you can test if you have that by trying not to watch tarot for 3 days. And if you find that it's the only way you can get downloads anymore, you will have become a tarot addict. But it's also just a matter of keeping up with something that you know isn't for you. So if that's what you're doing, then stop. But if there is anything in you that says, no, that's real for me, Grace, that is still how I feel. And I hate that I don't feel that way every day, because I do feel like I'm being worn down. I do feel like I'm going to wear down the spring in the damn umbrella and it won't open soon because I keep opening and closing it. Trying to be there. I get it, guys. I just want you to decide if you're going to be on the journey, that you're going to be okay with keeping your umbrella opening and looking like that. How I Met Your Mother. How I Met Your Mother. Oh my freaking goodness. My brain exploded just now. If you've never seen the show, I can't give it away. I'm sorry. I cannot give that away. But if you've seen it, please, if you've seen How I Met Your Mother, put an umbrella in the chat or the comments right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I wish I could explain it. It's so deep. Okay. Oh my God. Bruh, I'm blown away because this is her. This is her. The purple and gold, y'all. Oh, man. Oh, man. My brain. Okay. So, as the Divine Masculine comes in and says, listen, I'm trying to come to you right now with the part of my masculine energy that is awakened, is aware. I've still got a lot to work on. I know it. And I really know I have no room to come to you and talk like about any of this stuff. But I can tell you from experience, One of the most important things that I learned from my last season, the one that I've left, the one I'm not going back to ever. I'm never letting them hurt me like that again. I'm never going back there. You know that, right? Well, I learned something. And the only way for me to stay out of that place is to never forget this lesson. This little thing, this thing I use in my mouth that helps me talk, this thing guides my whole life. The self-deprecation has to stop. It has to stop. Oh my gosh. Did you hear that, y'all? Twin flame. Self-deprecation. Whoo, wee. Oh, jeez Louise. Okay. I am going to look at what this means then. So the power of the tongue, it erodes and it spreads. It's not just one area of your life, it spreads. This is why I came to you today. This is the message I wanted to deliver. Stop telling yourself lies. Stop telling yourself these lies. Every day that passes by, as the time ticks away, you believe less and less and less. And you think maybe because you tell yourself otherwise that it's going to change something. But the truth is, it doesn't. Belief starts from within. Your mouth just shows what you believe, but it starts inside. So you can tell yourself it's all going to be fine, but if you don't really believe that, it doesn't matter. I know what you believe about me, and I'm disappointed. I'm shocked to see that you've changed. And I know it's my fault, but I never thought I was that strong, that powerful. Never thought it was even possible that someone like me, especially the old me, the way I was, could cause you to falter, to fall. I am on my way. I have been on my way. As I get closer, I'm getting confused, but I'm still coming because I'm determined. Wow. What'd I say? What'd I say in the beginning of this message? I said, it's almost as if they can't stop. Like they just got to let it out. Like they're so frustrated that they just had to say it. I cannot hold back anymore. Look at this. Look at this. The tongue. I cannot hold back anymore. Too much time has passed. I realize that I created this issue. And now I'm coming in and I'm telling you, I'm not holding back anymore with you. I'm not holding back anymore in my life. And I've already started that. And I don't know how this is going to work with us when I come in. If you're still so mad at me, if you still honestly believe that I'm just the same person. I mean, you probably give strangers on the street more credit than you give me. They could be all kinds of horrible and you give them more credit. Why? Because some person on the internet said I was doing this or that, or because the world said we should be together, or this is how it should have happened. Or look, you know what? I'm starting to realize that there's something weird going on here between us. Something I don't really quite understand. And I don't think it's going to be normal or usual. And if we try to make it like everything else in the world, then we're going to end up like everybody else in the world, miserable and unhappy, running our mouth about nothing and feeling empty and alone all the time. I don't want that for us. You don't deserve that. And now that I know I don't have to have that, I won't. I am trying, and I need you to believe in that. I can feel that there's something inside you that is hurting. And some of it isn't even me. I can't even fix it. I wouldn't be able to touch it. I need you to remember why you love me so much, okay? I need you to remember why you love me so much, because I think you might have forgotten. Wow. This is the only one. But look, 39, 43, 32, 33, 30. Let's read justice. Let's just do it. You know what? Let's read balance and justice. This isn't even like a regular tarot reading, but let's just see. What's the message? Justice is 8, and that's interesting too. This is a new beginning, you guys. I'm telling you. This is a new beginning. This is mastermind. This is 22. We're in it, y'all. Oh, we're in it. Okay. Listen. Listen. What did we say in the beginning? If you weren't here, you missed it. But in the beginning, we said that you are making a decision. Sorry, here. You're making decisions, but you lost your sweetness. Listen to this. The angels are cautioning against making impulsive decisions or moves right now. Instead, take the path of moderation and balance in this situation. You'll experience better results by reevaluating your current circumstances and changing your approach. If you acted impulsively in the past, you can heal and rectify things. And if you're considering making dramatic life changes, this card asks you to approach those changes slowly and methodically. I think I gotta say, this might not be as much for you as this is what your divine masculine is being told. And you have to trust that as they become more divine, that they can hear divine clearly and they're going to listen just like you do. It may be happening that at the same time, divine is telling you, you know what, my child, it is time to go on. Just move on. No, you're right. It's just bad. Yep, go, move on. Divine is also telling divine masculine, okay now. No. I know you got this uncontrollable urge. I know you got the plans. Slow down. Because probably what was happening is you came to a damn near standstill trying to make sure you weren't waiting for them, but also trying not to go too far too fast. And then they were so far back that they zoomed off. We saw that image. We saw on a different card, he zoomed off on his motorcycle to come save you and probably would have passed you because you would be back here at a damn near standstill and it would have zoomed. And so divine is having balance. You step in and them slow for the crash moment. This card encourages you to work cooperatively with others and to see things from their point of view. Compassion and kindness are keys to successfully manifesting your dreams. Excuse me. Some of you are saying, where's my new beginning? Where is my new beginning? Why have I not had my new beginning with my person yet? Well, forgiveness. Okay? That's what's missing. Forgiveness will lead you to a new place if you allow it. That may be why it's so hard for you to see that they're trying, because a bitter heart or an angry heart or a disappointed heart, whatever, reluctant heart, hesitant heart, doesn't want to gush and just give in to it again. But the more you put more and more barriers and more barriers and more barriers, you're not just building a tall wall. You're building brick after wall after wall after wall after wall after wall. And they got to come and bust each one of those down. Keeping a moderate pace, cooperation and blended ideas, self-restraint, finding the balance between action and contemplation, and waiting for better timing. This angel helps you remember who you are in terms of your true spiritual heritage as a child of God. You can increase your self-esteem and feelings of self-worth and deservedness here. Okay, now let's read justice. Okay? Because this is justice and balance. This card comes to you because you're trying to make a decision. Jeez Louise, you guys. The angels guide you to wise and carefully considered decisions with fairness extended toward everyone involved, including yourself. If you can't be objective in this matter, seek out someone who can act as an arbitrator. This card also means that a decision will be made in your favor. If you're currently in a legal dispute, it will turn out positively for you. Furthermore, it's important to thoroughly review legal documents or contracts before signing them. Retrograde. Doing what's right, taking responsibility for your actions, resisting injustice, standing up for your beliefs, or issuing or accepting an apology. And this archangel creates harmony within relationships and who can help you make decisions that involve other people. Call upon them to help you bring peace between you and others. This was incredible. This reading had me on alert the whole time, but it was absolutely incredible. If you are just getting here, you really must rewind and rewatch. If you've watched it once and you didn't really watch, if you were just like a listener washing dishes or something, even if it's on double speed, just... The truth is, even the highest vibrational divine feminine who's been on the journey for a while, had the ups and downs, gone through this phase and come back, may have some internal scripts that need to be cleared out. And you can easily find those if you're willing to do that letter and really analyze those fears that you have and ask yourself why you believe this. If I read my letter that I wrote to my divine masculine of all the things I'm afraid of and all the things I think is going to go wrong or never going to happen, and I realize that I don't really feel this way, well, that's a good thing too. Because the next time I hear those thoughts in my head, I'm going to say, oh, no. Rather than letting you little bastards float around and come into my psyche and then back out of my psyche, I snatched you up and I looked at you real close. And I remember you're just a fear. And I got a lot of other fears that I'm working on, so I'm going to add this to the list, and I'm not going to let this stop me. I am asking you, as a fellow divine feminine who needs you to step into your role, whatever it may be, sooner than later, to just take responsibility here with whatever your DM needs you to take responsibility in, and do your best to make this journey healthier for yourself. If each and every one of us chose to use the twin flame ascension journey in a positive light in our lives, the entire global collective resonance would go up a whole bunch of octaves. I mean, seriously. New frequencies, new everything. So when we coach, when we push you, or even when your divine masculine comes in, especially in a general reading, I do think it's because we need that. And what a better time than right now to clear away anything that doesn't belong. Oh my goodness, it's the 17th. Y'all remember the other day? Y'all remember the other day? We had the message 15, 17. We had our message on the 15th. We had our message on the 17th. And both of them were these moments of realization and clarity for the divine masculine. I think this was the clarity. That the sadness and the pain and all that they've been feeling with regards to you, that's not how they feel about you. That's how you feel about them. Oh, getting a taste of the medicine, huh? Okay. This is interesting. Oh, that's much, okay. All right, that's much better. 386, 312 likes. We offer 100% free readings. We don't ever clip them short and make you pay for the rest. We don't make them all members only and force you to become a member. We put all of our readings out the first time for free and let as many people as possible see them. If you think that is a good thing and you'd like to continue to make it free, just like the video. It's the easiest way to support our channel and keep this free for you and others in the collective, because not everyone can afford personal readings, guys. We do, by the way, have something similar to bonus readings or extendeds. But again, those readings are just full readings on their own. and they're really just meant for people who are drawn to them. Okay, they're called exclusives because they're only for the people who know that they're meant to order them. I have a eclipse season package right now. I think 3 people ordered it. You know, it's the exclusives are not for everybody, but this stuff, this is, and I want to make sure that we keep it available. So thank you to everybody who's liked the video. Now, I'm going to do a giveaway. Oh my gosh. Ugh. You guys, look at this. You've brightened my path. I said this yesterday or day before. Remember I said about the ray of sunshine that kept calling to them everywhere they went, or it was sunshine shining a rainbow down on the ground everywhere they went. And I said, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. And it was saying that the love that the divine feminine sent out to the divine masculine, it brought color to their life. And it was almost like the breadcrumbs, the spiritual breadcrumbs guiding them home. You guys, they're on their way. It's not a joke. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. If you made it all the way to the end, I want you to leave a sun in the comment section, okay? Oh, thank you, pretty. Oh, you know, and I feel bad. Somebody else donated, but I didn't know who it was. I'm so sorry, but I just want to say thank you to whoever that was earlier. That's really sweet. Right now, I have decided to just open up the review week thing we were doing for the rest of the month. So if you're interested in a free exclusive reading, which is like my version of a bonus reading or an extended, there's love letters, there's DM readings, DF readings, lightworker readings, reunion forecasts. I mean, there's everything you can think of. I will throw those in, or those are all free if you leave me a review anywhere for my book, okay? If you're interested, there is information about that in the community tab, but you can also just search. Here, where's my bookmark? You can also just search this in Google, La Madonna Negra. It means the Black Madonna. And if you're interested in leaving me a review, for every review you leave me, you get a free bonus reading from me. They're called exclusives, okay? So all you have to do is screenshot the review you leave wherever you leave it. Goodreads, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Google, Apple Play, or what is it? Apple Books, Google Play, whatever. If you can find it, if you can leave me 30 reviews, and because you were able to do that somehow, I just need the proof that it was you, and I will send you all the exclusives, okay? And this is hours and hours and hours of readings because they're full readings. So if you're interested, one more time, there is the name of my book, or you can just go directly to the community tab and find the post, and it actually will have all the links directly to all the ones I know of. So review month is in effect, and if you want anything free from me, either watch the readings and wait till the end or leave me a review. The total package has the toolkit readings, personalized analysis, and a follow-up coaching, right? The one and done, it's one toolkit assessment, one reading, and one personalized analysis. I'm thinking about trying to go late again, but I just don't know if my voice can hold up, guys. Again, it does depend on how much I'm doing, you know what I'm saying, during the day. So if there's days where I don't have a lot early, then maybe I can do the readings late that day. Because I hate that some of my people who've been with me for years, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are my freaking peoples, man. It's crazy that I'm not able to connect with you because I'm going during your work shift, and I didn't even think about that. All right, I got to get out of here. I'm just talking to talk now. I love you. And if you stayed all the way to the end, I'm really leaving now. Please make sure you wait for the video to refresh and then the comment section to appear, and then leave your sun as a single comment, and then in a separate comment, leave your comment signature so that you could win the free reading at the end of the month. And the last thing I'll say as the reminder, please, please, please spam up my comments anytime. I'm not talking about commercial spam. I'm talking about you could leave 40,000 comments per video. I realized that when I said that a couple days or weeks ago, whenever I said that y'all was like, Bet. Say less, fam. So if you didn't know that, there is not a single, I'm gonna tell you, do that for all your favorite readers, bruh. Dead serious. If you care about someone on any social media site, they will never be mad at you for leaving 100 comments ever. Whenever I go to Stepho's page and listen to her incredible music that she makes on her ukulele with her beautiful voice and her piano and her Bonza pasta boxes, oh my gosh, I will embarrassingly say I'm spamming your comments and then do it anyways because I know it supports her channel. So last thing, please, please, please leave as many as you want anytime. Comment timestamps, hang out in the comments and be friends with each other, ask questions, whatever. Please, 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 please. Okay, I love you. I love you. I love you so much. Bye-bye.